why do you keep lying? Like, you're such a liar. You wonder why you don't get anything done. Can I offer you a new perspective though? Let's take this to the board where I can show you exactly why you stuck and you cannot get past the first step or the second or the third step of everything you're doing, and you keep moving on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Simple as the question is, there's something deep rooted that we have to get to the bottom of it, and we will get to the bottom of it. Get to the bottom of it right now. So this is very deep rooted, like I said, and we normally start with the who, what, where, when, why, and the how, because that's the simplest way to put it. So you liar. Young man. Hey, young man. I guess I just like drawing people like this. I guess I just like drawing afros and things of that nature. Young man, you got a smile on your face, but let me tell you what's really going on behind this thing that's deep rooted. The problem here is why you stuck and why you keep moving on from this thing to that thing, from this thing to that thing, from this thing to that thing, from this thing to that thing. You're confusing the hell out yourself. Every time you're doing something, your brain has to restart over and over and over, and you don't have the fortitude to get to the next level. So you say, okay, this is not working or it's not moving fast enough. Let me jump to this. Let me jump to that. Let me jump to this. Let me jump to that. I got a real question for you. Where's your focus? Where's your focus going to? Are you focused enough to stay on task to get there? Because a focused person, they really understand the difference between being or having, I should say, a choosing or to choose, choose, however we put this, and deciding. And I thank Myron Golden for giving this lesson, because it ultimately opened up my mind and let me think even more. You are choosing your path, and your focus cannot go from here to there, from here to there, to here to there, here to there, starting over and over and over and over. When you stick to something long enough and you make decisions, the decision is either a yes or a no. That's what it is for decision making. It's no maybe, it's no I think about it. No. So you, with the who, what is going on? What's going on that you're choosing instead of deciding? I'm gonna tell you what's going on from you choosing and deciding. You know what's really going on? You are lying to yourself, and that's being stuck in your mind and the relationship that you're creating with yourself. You're creating a doubtful, untrustworthy, lack of confidence relationship with yourself every time you say, okay, I'm going to start this, and as soon as it gets hard, I'm going to go over here and do something else. That's exactly what you're doing, because you're doubting yourself to get through those tough times, which are gonna come. The tough times have to come. You have to push through, push. Your mom pushed you out. Hopefully she didn't have a C-section. But your mom pushed you out. So if your mom pushed you out, or she waited to not push you out, you wouldn't be here. Just trying to get that in your mind. But you have to push through. That way it erases doubt and it does the opposite. So let's say if you did everything you were supposed to do and you was focused and you had to focus. So that will create a confident, trustworthy, relationship with yourself, to know that you have what it takes to get through a tough time, a rough patch, something that's not moving too fast, something that's not microwave, instant gratification. Are we looking for instant gratification for everything that's good? Are some things good enough to wait a year, 2 or 3 while you working on it? Nothing is that good. We got to have it in 30 minutes. We got to have it in 5 minutes. We can't let that thing sit overnight. And I don't mean one night, but for some nights, some seasons, some years, maybe a decade. You can pick the choice ultimately. But what I'm trying to convey to you, the perspective that I'm giving you, is what's going on. So what's ultimately wrong, what is the relationship? Which is a bad relationship that you created with yourself based off you saying, I'm going to do this. And then you start it for a little while and you jump here. You're creating a bad relationship. You're creating doubt. You're creating untrustworthy. You're creating a lack of confidence. You're creating a choosy mindset. You want to be confident. You want to show empowerment. You want to push through the storm. You want to build a confident mindset where you can decide and focus. The goal is to focus. The more focus you have, it shows you where your time and your mind is going. Horses, they have blinders on so they can just run and focus. You ever drove through a tunnel? The Holland Tunnel, and the lanes are so small that you don't have time to even think about anything. The lane is so tight that you just have to drive. Because you're driving through a tunnel that's going underwater. And most people, you have to just move the wheel just a little bit. But you can't worry about the car over there, the car behind you. There's no time to be looking in these mirrors. Look, focus, young man. You could be 30, 40, 50, 60 watching this video, 20. You're a young man. Your soul lives forever. The light died. But where did this happen? This is deep rooted, like I said. So this may have happened inside your household. The people who raised you might have gave you this because they may have told you, let's say your parents told you a bunch of things that they were going to do for you, like get you a car, get a car, get you clothes, pay for college. And let's say your parents were doing that at the beginning, but they got ill or sick or something like that, where they probably didn't want to tell you, or they had a job where the wages didn't match how they expected life to go. They thought they would probably move up at a job, and all this stuff you remember. You're like, Ma, can you help me get a car? Baby, we don't have enough money to get a car. Ma, can you help me get some clothes for school? Sorry, you already have clothes. And they might have not told you, but that's a relationship that you built with whoever it was. There's always something going on, bro. Pissing me off. It's nothing more I hate than New York City traffic. But anyway, yeah, pay for college. By the time you got to college, you had to go to work. And then you live with that and you love this person unconditionally. So you accepted it. And the moment you accepted it, it was all been implanted in your mind for you to think like that. So where this happened 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say home. Homebound, the people you are around, maybe even your friends did that to you, your closest family members even did that to you. And you didn't internalize and understand why you always start something and you cannot finish it. So when did it happen? This may have happened throughout your lifetime. You know, you could pinpoint exactly when did it happen. It could have been when you was a kid. Could have been before you was a kid. The lifestyle that your mom said she was going to have you in her stomach, and you may have heard that when you was younger, although you may not be able to remember. And you didn't get that lifestyle as you grew up. That could be another reason. It could be a multitude of reasons why it happened. I just explained to you why it happened, but why you ultimately think like this is because your lack of confidence in the relationship that you built with yourself. Relationship. You can ultimately tell yourself you're going to do something and don't do it, and feel like nothing's going to happen by you saying that. But your mind and the way you talk and your actions, it all comes back full circle, even when you forgot about it. So build healthy relationships with yourself so that this won't be a thing that you pass on to your kids. Helicopters, let's get it. That you pass on to your kids, and it won't be another cycle of why I'm stuck and I cannot get out of this. So how you can get out of this, let's do the how, and let's do. It always goes back to tuning into my channel, but also unlearning and relearning. Unlearning and learning new things. So be around people who are very laser focused. Pick up some of the traits that they have. Try to spend the least amount of time of people who are in this mindset, who don't have the mindset to keep going. They have the mindset to lie, say they're gonna do something and don't do it, because actions are contagious. And man, you are very powerful, young man. You are very powerful. Seriously, you don't even know it. So the goal for this video was to offer you a new perspective on why you may feel stuck and you feel like every time you do something, you can't get it done. Hope this brought some clarity to that. I'm going to see you in the next video. Tap in with your family. A. You stopping you, your own obstacle. Goalpost in sight, how you make it optional. I tell you how this goes, lying through your teeth. Wanna be perfect every time you hit the scene. Overanalyzing, motor Harley firing. Who are you around? What is your environment? Are you in alignment? Go complete assignments. Take it to the next level, that'll be unlocking new levels on them.